Mr. Chaskalson, and I raise them again to say that because they make the transaction questionable for me, your explanation for this money. Now, if you look, maybe let's start at that statement bundle, the one of, I think it's one of file 1, that statement bundle.
Okay.
And then let me ask first.
Utuma abheka ke umqulu wamaphepha uzobuza kuqala lokho kulandelayo.
Mr. Tole, what we do to save time is that you only interpret when Sergeant Nkosi requests you to. All those questions where he understands, has no problem, he just answers directly.
I understand,
without
thank
the
you.
interpreter. Yeah. So you'll wait for his indication.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this is in the theme of anomalies on these documents, and therefore that make the explanation for the money that was found on you to be questionable. If you look at page 11 of that bundle, which is Annexure D1, and then you have the same thing at D2, which is page 12. It's a picture of a truck. Why did you include this as an annexure to your document? What was the purpose of including it as an annexure to your statement?
Thank you, Commissioner. I think, Commissioner, it was just a proof to show that what am I talking about.
Okay. Now, when you look at Annexure B at page 7, it gives us 2 registration numbers, right? Annexure B at page 7, that's Peggy's affidavit. It gives us KN33RNGP, and then it gives us the registration number that we see in the picture, which is DWJ906MP, right? Now, without an explanation why we have 2 different registration numbers, I'm unable, speaking for myself, to accept that this is the truck that in fact is the subject of the sale. You understand what I'm explaining?
Yes,
because you have those 2 different registration numbers. So it doesn't serve, to have the picture here, it doesn't serve the purpose that you intended. That's the first thing. The second thing, which is an anomaly, again, if you look at page 7, that same page 7, which is Peggy's affidavit, and then this time you look at page 13, which is the affidavit of Mr. Mwatu. The registration number is different. So in paragraph 4 of Peggy's affidavit, you find it at paragraph 4, it's KN33RNGP. And then when you go to, no, that one is correct. So let me leave that point. In fact, it's in the agreement itself. If you can just turn to the agreement at page 15. The agreement is at page 15, Annexure F. The registration number is a different registration number. Okay, so that's the other difference. It may well be that it's a typo, but there's no explanation that it's a typo. It's different. And then go back to page...
You do see the difference, eh?
I do.
One
I'll
starts
explain,
with
yes.
all right.
Okay, maybe then, as I point out something and you want to explain, you say you can explain it, just so that things don't get lost. Let me allow you to explain. Indicate to me when you want to intervene at that point or to interject. You say you want to explain these differences in registration numbers.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I think here in page 7, paragraph number 4, maybe my brother here wanted it to be clear that what is the current registration number of the said vehicle and of which one was the previous. So he put it on those bases just to make it clearer on.
Okay, all right. It may well be that is the explanation, but it's not what the documents say, right? The document, including the agreement, the sale agreement, it says, I bought truck with that registration number. And then, lastly from me, and this for me is very important, it is at page 7. This is Beggy's affidavit. He says, he owns a company, and on behalf of that company, Ngapesheya, he sold that truck on behalf of Ngapesheya. But when you look at the agreement at page 15, there's absolutely no mention of Ngapesheya. It is Beggy who's selling the truck, his truck. That's according to this agreement. Look at page 15. In fact, even Mr. Ngwatu's affidavit makes no mention whatsoever of Ngapesheya. He says he bought the truck from Mr. Nkosi, from Madlanga Nkosi. You see the difference?
Yes.
And the significance of that for me is if this was a sale, a sale by Ngapesheya, the documents would be reflecting that. And these documents don't reflect a sale by your brother's company to Mr. Ngwatu, and therefore they make their validity or their purpose to be suspect. And suspect, and in fairness to you, let me put to you that it makes it difficult to accept that these documents were indeed prepared in pursuance of a legitimate sale of a truck. And the likely explanation is what Mr. Cheskalson put to you, that they seem to have been a creation to explain why you had the 380, you say 85, why you had the money in your safe or in your possession, as you say, because these documents, the collective of them, just doesn't make sense. Do you want to comment?
Yes, Commissioners, Ngapesheya is owned by Peggy. So when he said he's selling it on behalf of the company, I believe he meant that it was used by the company Ngapesheya. As he's the sole director of that company, going forward, that is how he expressed himself on the one who's making that particular agreement or that particular sale.
Thank you. Thanks, Sergeant.
Thank you.
Sergeant Nkosi, did you ever ask from your brother why he had been paid in cash? Why Mr. Ngwato had paid him in cash?
Not necessarily that maybe it was a point of concern from me. He just brought the money to me, and then when I asked him, he said, no, it was a sale from Mr. Ngwato. But honestly, I did not see any problem with that.
You are a police officer, you know about money laundering. Should you not have inquired? Did such a huge sum of money in cash not have raised alarm bells in your head? 380,000 rand, that's a lot of money in cash.
Commissioners, knowing my brother and knowing Mr. Ngwato that they are both business people, I did not see any problem on the issue of that money at that time.
Not all businesses are cash businesses. Can you explain why you would not have thought of why the money was in cash? You are a police officer. You are a police officer.
Yes, I am. I agree on that, Commissioner. Not maybe to get into details about Mr. Ngwato's business. One thing that I know that he he ran auctions in terms of the animals. He ran pubs, he ran boat clubs. So to me, it was not a shock when my brother came with that sum of money, because knowing what kind of businesses, some that have been conducted by Mr. Ngwato.
All right. I guess that's an explanation. Thank you.
Sorry.
Did you ever come upon a receipt of proof of payment of this money from Mr. Ngwato to your brother?
At that time, my brother only showed me, I think it was a sale agreement or the proof, something like that, that was only signed solely by him, that he sold his truck to Mr. Ngwato and then he signed it, but Mr. Ngwato and the vice versa did not sign. It was only my brother.
And when you deposed to your statement, why did it not occur to you to request proof that this is money that was paid indeed in relation to the truck? Because you are putting evidence before us to explain the money. And it would seem to me it's a very relevant and important part of your evidence and statement to give us proof. That's why you've given us pictures of the truck. That's why you've given us the agreement. It's because you want to show us that this was money properly received by your brother. And the most obvious for me would have been a receipt, even if it's a handwritten receipt, that shows that your brother received this amount from Mr. Ngwato.
According to my understanding then, it was this one of an extra 15, if I'm not mistaken, Commissioners. That my brother told me that they had an agreement with Mr. Ngwato.
Okay, so you didn't ask him for a receipt? You just got this? Thank you.
Just a point of clarification. You'll recall that over the weekend, you, through Mr. Ngwato, attempted to complain about language that I had used when I questioned you on Friday to avoid something, but in the end, I was made to understand that you accepted that you were mistaken and that I had not said the things that you were attributing to me through Mr. Ngwato. Just to avoid something similar, I am not at all suggesting that Mr. Ngwato was involved in money laundering. I'm just asking you whether the fact of being paid in cash would not have raised alarm bells that, hey, is this not possibly the money laundering? I'm not saying Mr. Ngwato is involved in money laundering, just to make sure I don't get something similar to what I got over the
Yes.
weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Sergeant Nkosi, do you remember early this morning you were asked about your handwritten statement?
Yes, I correct.
The one on 1335, and you were asked how that statement came about. Do you remember that?
That's correct.
And you explained that the statement came about as a result of the raid on the 8th of October 2024. Do you remember that?
That's correct.
Yes. Can you just explain to us why you did not mention this transaction in that handwritten statement? This transaction about the truck and the 380,000. Why is it not mentioned in that handwritten statement?
Okay. I think the reason that this money was not mentioned is because of, by the time I was writing or finishing the statement, it was never mentioned to me that they're going to confiscate that money.
It was not mentioned to you that day?
It was not clearer if they're going to confiscate the money or not. That is the reason I did not.
And what was the money confiscated on the same day?
Yes, that's correct.
Why did you not make a statement subsequent to the confiscation? Why did you not make a further statement explaining the source of those funds?
Okay, the reason that I did not write down is because of, as I was verbally explaining to the officers who came to my house, they seemed not adamant to confiscate the money. So I thought that no, let me just leave it because of the money will be left in my.
No, my question is different. You say the money was confiscated. So my question is, after it was confiscated, why did you not make a statement explaining the source of the money and how it came to be in your possession?
No, already I was finished to write the statement.
No, I understand that. After the money was taken, or maybe 2 days after, or 3 days after, or 5 days after, why did you not give a statement to the police explaining the source of those funds and how they came into your possession? Why do you wait until you are asked by the commission in December 2024? The period between October and December is a long period.
I
Why
agree.
at any stage between the 8th of October 2024 and, is it 2025, and December 16, 2025, when you deposed to an affidavit for the commission, why did you not explain the source of those funds?
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. The reason that I did not explain at that particular time, I was waiting for the people who confiscated such money to come and make a follow-up on of where did I took that money, as I've verbally explained to them. So that was when I was going to.
So you did not have interest in getting your brother's money back?
You can ask them, I was phoning each and every day looking for that money.
But you never explained to them that the money was legitimately in your possession and it's not proceeds of crime?
I did.
And then, do you accept that nowhere in any of the annexures you provided to us does anybody say that cash exchanged hands between Mr. Ngwato and your brother? In other words, there was no EFT transaction or there was no payment in another form. Nobody in any of these documents is saying that the purchase price was paid in hard cash. Do you accept that? I mean, if you read Mr. Ngwato's statement, nowhere does he say he gave your brother cash. Do you see that?
But let me just go back a bit in the statement maybe to check with my brother's statement.
Let's start with Mr. Ngwato's one on page 13. At paragraph 4. What he does is he mentions the sale price, but he does not say, I gave Abednego cash. Do you see that?
Yes, but in my brother's statement, Annex B, page 7, it states that he gave me cash.
Where does he say that?
Paragraph 5.
He says I handed the purchase money Aved to my elder brother.
Yes.
But that's a different point. He doesn't say Mr. Ngwato gave him cash.
But the issue here, Chair, not sorry, I mentioned Chair by mistake. Honorable, is that cash was handed to me.
No, that's
according
a
to
different
my
issue.
understanding.
Listen to me. Your brother does not say Mr. Ngwato gave him cash. Do you accept that?
But he talks about money, Council.
Mr. Sergeant Nkosi, if there are three people involved in a transaction, I can withdraw money from an ATM or I can go inside the bank and withdraw money. It doesn't mean I obtain that money from somebody else. So my point is that although he says he gave you purchased money, he does not say Mr. Ngwato gave him cash. That's my point.
But still on that note, even if he does not state that he gave him cash, but here he mentioned cash. So it does not necessarily that Mr. Ngwato did not give him cash.
I'm not sure you're understanding me. Let's leave it there. Now let's go to page 1, your affidavit. Maybe on page 3, it starts on page 1. But the part where you deal with this is on page 3, paragraph 15. You also do not say in that paragraph that you were given physical cash. which you stored in your car or in your house. You simply say, I aver further that the averred money was accumulated from the truck my brother sold, and that he was intending to purchase another truck for his company.
Sorry, Commissioner, is paragraph what?
Paragraph 15 on page 3 of the same bundle.
Okay.
Do you see that from line 4? All you say is that I aver further that the above money was accumulated from the truck my brother sold, and that he was intending to purchase another truck for his company. Do you see that?
That's correct.
So you don't say when, as in the date when you were given cash, how it came to you, what you did with it, how it came about that it was in your possession. You just say in passing that these are proceeds of a sale of a truck, my brother wanted to buy another truck. That's really all you say. And in circumstances where you are called before a commission of inquiry to explain the source of such a large sum of money in your possession, this is not satisfactory. And I'm going to use stronger language than the one used by Advocate Chaskalson, that it appears to me that this is a contrived transaction put together to hide something even bigger than what we are looking at. Do you want to comment on that? And I think maybe to be fair to you, the interpreter must, I can't think of a simpler word than contrived. It's made up. It's a fictitious transaction. Do you want to comment? That it appears to me that this is a made-up sale transaction. It doesn't look like a real sale transaction to me.
No,
I'm not stating it as a fact, to be fair to you, just so that we are clear. I'm putting a proposition to you which you have the right to either dispute or to confirm.
No, I dispute what the Commissioner is saying.
To you, this is a valid transaction.
A valid transaction.
And do you know if the truck was delivered to Mr. Ngwatu? Do you know if a truck ever exchanged hands?
I would not know, but I think so.
Why would you not know if your brother sold a truck to Mr. Ngwatu? Why would you not know whether he has delivered it to Mr. Ngwatu or not?
Okay.
Have you seen the truck in your brother's possession after the sale?
What I know, after Mr. Ngwato paid the money, he did not take the cash. He did not take the truck.
So the truck
immediately.
remained in your brother's possession?
At that time, I don't know now. But at that time, Mr. Ngwato did not.
At the time that you deposed to the affidavit, where was the truck?
It was still with my brother, if I'm not
It was still
mistaken.
with your brother?
Yes.
So do you see why, from where I'm sitting, it looks like this is a made-up transaction? Because if you are selling a truck to somebody, one of the ways of proving that you have sold the truck is you deliver it to the purchaser. How is it that the truck was not delivered to the purchaser if this is a genuine sale transaction?
I'm not saying by the time I deposited the statement, the truck was still in my brother.
No, but that's what you said when I asked you, Sergeant Nkosi.
Okay. What I'm saying maybe is that maybe I'm quick to answer, or maybe I'm misunderstood by the commission. It can be like that. I'm saying by the time Mr. Ngwatu paid for the truck, he did not take it immediately.
When did he take it?
I would not know. I don't know.
So on the 16th of December, when you deposed to your affidavit, was the truck still with your brother?
It was with Mr. Ngwatu. I believe so. He will.
No,
my
you
brother
don't
will
know.
be.
If you're not sure, you must say you're not sure. But
I'm
you
not
can't
sure.
say I believe so.
I'm not sure.
Where was the truck on the 16th of December, 2025?
I don't know.
You don't know. Mr. Chaskalson, thank you.
Sergeant, very briefly, you may recall that last week, Monday, I asked you about Natasha, SABC, who gave you a phone number for Mr. Kawula. And I put it to you that you had paid for the information, paid money for the information. You initially said no, and then I invited you to go back and look at your WhatsApps with Natasha SABC, and to check. Can I take you to to page 443 of the annexure bundle? That will be file, I think it's 4 of 4 of the originals.
Page?
443. And if you go down towards the bottom of the page, you'll see that on the 6th of November 2024, you sent 500 rands in cash with the reference "miss you." You see it?
That's correct.
Can you confirm that that 500 rands was sent to Natasha SABC? And maybe to assist you, can I ask, did you go back and look at your chats with Natasha SABC? Because if you did, you'd find the reference to that payment on the same day, the 6th of November 2024.
Sorry, Sergeant Nkosi, I did not hear. Did you say you do see the transaction or not?
Yes, I see the 500 here.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Can you confirm that that was a payment to Natasha SABC?
Here in my account, it does not show. Maybe if I can see the.
Did you go back to your chats? Because you said you would. And sort of invited you to go back to the chats and check. I mean, I can get the chats circulated to the commission. I can take you through the chats and show you if you would like.
No, it's fine.
So you will confirm that that was the payment to Natasha SABC?
Okay. Firstly, I would like to rectify the statement that I said I did not pay Natasha. I said I don't quite remember.
I think the record says something else, but let's go forward, not backwards.
Yes.
So what do you say now? Did you make the payment?
No, if I think so.
Do you want to see the chats? I mean, I don't know if you have gone back to the chats.
No, it's fine. Can I just see quickly?
Are you happy to confirm that that was a payment made to Natasha SABC? I mean, if we're going to go through the chats, we'll have to paginate them, give them a number, and I'm not sure if it's necessary. All I want to establish is that this was a payment to Natasha SABC for that information about the phone number of Musa Kaula.
Please look at 1345 of the document that has just been given to you in chat 6.
Yes, I see chat 6,
And
Commissioner.
respond to Advocate Chaskelson's question.
I mean, if we are going to look at the chats, can I take you through where they begin?
Okay, no.
No, or do you want to be taken through the chats?
No.
I thought I was giving you a way out, Sergeant Nkosi.
Yes,
If-
no, I
if-
did.
If you don't accept my offer, Advocate Charles Kelson will take you through all the chats.
Yes.
What's your response now? Looking at what appears at page 1345, do you now accept that you did pay Ms. Natasha? Oh, it just says Natasha SABC presenter here. Do you accept that you paid her 500 francs?
Maybe I can just, I accept.
Yeah.
And Sergeant Nkosi, if you look at 1345 and you cross-reference it with the bank statement, the dates correspond. It's 6 November 2024. So if you go back to 443, that line item, you'll see that the date is 6 November 2024. If you go back to 1345, chat number 6, it's 6 November 2024. So why is it so difficult to respond to the question?
It's not that difficult to respond to the question. It's just that this page is new to myself, so I was trying to, digest it nicely.
But now that you have seen it, do you accept that you paid Natasha 500 rand?
Hey. No, I accept it.
And do you accept that 500 was, in your words, at the top of 1344, a token of appreciation for giving you Musa Kawula's number?
I think I was gonna be in a better position to answer that if you gave me this before, but I will check it. Maybe we can pack it, then we'll check it, then I'll come back to it, so that when I confirm something that is very accurate.
Had you not offered to go back to your chats, though? Or maybe offered is the wrong verb, but had you not said you would go back to your chats with Natasha?
Did I say that now?
No,
previously.
at the hearing at some other stage. No?
No.
If I'm mistaken, it will be the first time and I'm not even sure myself, so maybe this time I'll be wrong for the first time.
I'm not avoiding this question. It's just a matter of, sources must be protected. So I'm in that view that, sources and their integrity must be protected. But as you see the chart is clean. It's a clean chart between the source and the police. So, or the source and,
Look at 1344, chat 1.
Can I even take you further back? Because it really starts at 1343, chat 6. Chat 5, you give her the number. She gives you the number. Chat 6, she says, not even a thank you, sis. Over the page on 1344, you say, where can I send token of appreciation?
Mr. Chatterson, I don't dispute anything. I don't know if maybe you heard me when I was addressing the commission that why am I avoiding this? Our people must be protected at all costs. So It's on those bases.
Sergeant, can we conclude this for now at least by you admitting or accepting that the chat 6 at page 1345, it looks like you made a payment, you still want to go and confirm and you'll come back, but you accept that on this chat it looks like you may have made a payment? Just in case you don't come back.
I think Mr. Moto wants to say something.
Chair?
Yes, Mr. Ngwata.
Sure. Thanks, Commissioner. Just want to remind the Commission that at the time he said he doesn't remember. And Mr. Chaka said, I can also refer you to your charts, and the charts were not made available. So he never at any given point denied. He said, I can't remember. And now the charts have just been made available, and he requested to say maybe he needs to refresh his mind on that.
But even in the face of what has just been drawn to his attention.
Yes, Commissioner, because it says you made a payment for exchange of the information, and it does not state this is a payment for exchange of information.
But let us look at chat number 5 at page 1343. There, Natasha says, I'm sorry for using her first name. She says Musa, and then a number is given. And then that's at what? 6:41:27. And then at 9:10 p.m., after there was no response from Sergeant Nkosi from 6 p.m., she writes, Natasha, not even a thank you, sis. And then there's a call by Sergeant Nkosi, and then a chat at 9:35 p.m., 10:22, still on the same date. And Sergeant Nkosi says, where can I send token of appreciation? This can only refer back to the number that was given to him, and also the reprimand, not even a thank you, sis. That chronology.
No, I see that chronology.
Yes, yes.
All I'm simply
yes.
saying that he just needs to be given an opportunity to refresh his mind.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, would Sergeant Nkosi still insist on that when there's this clear flow of conversation between them? And that conversation culminates in Sergeant Nkosi eventually saying, hey, Natasha, I have just sent you 500 rand to withdraw the cash from any ABSA. Remember to select cash send withdrawal when you go to withdraw the cash.
Commissioner, I see that. I mean, that's what it looks like, but all I'm simply saying that he has requested to be given a chance to reflect on it. And I'm making a proposition because to the commissioner that may he be given that because there's a serious incrimination in that answer. He needs to reflect on that first.
All right, let me just, thank you, Sergeant, in the light of the flow of the conversation, do you still need time, or do you now accept that you did pay Natasha for the information that is being given Mr. Musa Kaula's number? Or do you still need time to consider whether that's what you paid Natasha for?
I still need time.
You still need time. Yes. Until when? Because we are hoping to finish your testimony today. Until when do you need time?
Maybe tomorrow I'll submit a supplementary affidavit to Mr. Shackleton.
Mr. Shackleton?
Chair, I do want to set the record straight on this, because I'm looking at the transcript. And the transcript reads like this. I asked, did you pay her for this information? Sergeant Nkosi says, no. Are you sure about that answer? He says, I'm sure about that answer. I say, why did you hesitate? He says, the way he's asking this gives me doubt on it. Then I say, you see, we've not given you your chats with Natasha SABC, so I'll not put anything to you. But I would invite you to go back and look at your chats with Natasha SABC and see if you did pay her. Sergeant Nkosi asks, what page is that, Commissioner? And I repeat, I don't want to confront you with materials we haven't given you, but I would invite you to look at your chats with Natasha SABC presenter to see if you did pay her for this information or not, and we can maybe go there tomorrow. Now that was a week ago. So if Sergeant Nkosi didn't go back to his chats, that was his choice. I don't want us to have to come back tomorrow morning just on this issue, which is really a minor issue, but why don't we leave it on the basis that if Sergeant Nkosi disputes it, he can furnish a statement that we will get tomorrow or by the end of the week, and then we can arrange another time.
Especially not in the light of what you have just read, which, by the way, Sergeant Nkosi confirms what I suggested to you. So remember, I had said I've never been wrong with regard to what was said here. So once again, I was not. But you made me doubt myself this time around. So I'm not going to give you any further time. You were given time to look at your chats. You chose not to do so. But I will not stop you if you want to put in an affidavit or a supplementary statement. I will not bar you from doing that. But,
Commissioner?
Yes.
I wasn't suggesting any other day. I think a 2 minutes, 5 minutes stand down will suffice. I don't think...
Maybe when the sergeant asks for one of those comfort breaks.
Correct. I wouldn't suggest any other day. I mean, that would be a waste of time. I was just simply saying he just needs to reflect on it and what the possible implications of that.
Yeah. But the point I will make, and quite firmly, is that he has himself to blame for not having gone back to his chats when that was said so on the previous occasion.
Noted, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Sorry, Advocate Chesterton, just give me the date of the transcript.
It's the 16th of March, pages 66 and 67.
Yes, Mr. Shaskalsin?
I'm going to another topic now, and it relates to the video of you at Mr. Molefi's house. And you'll recall there's a video of you, there are two videos that have been played in this commission of you at Mr. Molefi's house on the 27th of November 2024. The one is of you entering the property, getting out of your vehicle without any bag, and the other is of your returning to your vehicle with a bag, and in the company of Mr. Molefi. I don't know if you want us to play those videos now, or, presumably at some stage we will play them, but do you remember them? Can I ask you some questions before we play, or do you want to see them again?
I do remember them.
So you deal with these, with the events of that day in your statement at page 3 of the statement bundle, paragraph 12.
Yes, I see them.
And you talk about going to the Krugersdorp Magistrates Court, and then you say, paragraph 12, the public prosecutor then decided not to issue a requisition prior consulting with other witnesses in the matter. So on my way back from court, I passed via Mr. Katiso Molefi's place of abode and collected bikes, gloves, helmet, shield, and T-shirt, which were to be returned to Harley Davidson as they were smaller or could not fit him. I collected the same as I was on my way home. I did not go to him specifically for that, but it was just a pass-by, and took same to Harley Davidson. The further reason why I took same is that he is my mentee on bike riding and I am his mentor. And then at the end of your statement, the paragraph 17, the first paragraph, you say, I further aver that proof of purchase for Mr. Molefi's items averred in paragraph 12 above is attached as per Annexure A 1 or 2. And Annexure A 1 is at page 5. It's an invoice from Harley Davidson, and Annexure A 2 is at page 6. It's another invoice from Harley Davidson. Let me start with Annexure A1. Sorry, with Annexure A2. You'll see that the date of that invoice on page 6 is 20 December 2023. You see it?
You are talking about Annexure A2.
Page 6, yes.
Yes.
You do see the date.
Pardon, Commissioner?
You do see the date on the invoice.
2023.
20th of December 2023.
Yes.
And these items on this invoice were items that you purchased at Harley Davidson for Mr. Molefe.
Yes. Can I quickly run to the loop before I answer? I must be comfortable. I'm a bit pressed.
Let's adjourn.